Hi, this is Dr. Ray Jen. Today we're going to talk about the Common Core and discover and introduce the Common Core to us. So let's get there. If you go to weekly session number 2, you'll find 2 links to the Common Core. This one takes us directly to the Anchor reading standards, but since this is our first time there, let's click on the English Language Arts standards. This is the general web page for the language arts. And so first, let's take a look at the navigation here. The Anchor standards, which we will be clicking on in a few moments. Reading literature has some standards. Reading informational text has slightly different standards. And reading foundational skills, those are basically how to teach reading or reading standards for kindergarten through 5th grade. So let's look at the Anchor standards. These are the basis for literature and informational text. They hold the anchor. So we click on, there are college and career readiness anchor standards for reading, for writing, for speaking and listening, and for language. So for now, we are going to investigate reading, and we will, in this course, be looking at writing, speaking, and listening, and language as well. But first, let's begin with reading. And if you look at this right-hand side, you will see that there are 4 main components, or 4 main divisions: key ideas and details, craft and structure, integration of knowledge and ideas, and range of reading and level of text complexity. So if we look at the Anchor standards here, Anchor Standard 1, Reading Standard 1, is read closely to determine what the text says explicitly and to make logical inferences from it. Cite specific textual evidence when writing or speaking to support conclusions drawn from the text. Standard 2. Determine central ideas or themes of a text and analyze their development. Summarize the key supporting details and ideas. Standard 3. Analyze how and why individuals, events, or ideas develop and interact over the course of a text. Standard 4, which is under the division Craft and Structure, talking about how the works are composed. Interpret words and phrases as they are used in a text, including determining technical, connotative, figurative meanings, and analyze how specific word choices shape the meaning or the tone. Standard 5. Analyze the structure of the text, including how specific sentences, paragraphs, and larger portions of the text, for example, a section, chapter, scene, or stanza, relate to each other and the whole. Standard 6. Assess how point of view or purpose shapes the content and the style of a text. The next division is integration of knowledge and ideas. Standard 7. Integrate and evaluate content presented in diverse media formats, including visually and quantitatively as well as in words. Number 8. Delineate and evaluate the argument and specific claims of a text, including the validity of the reasoning as well as the relevance and the sufficiency of the evidence. Number 9. So this is more analytical. Analyze how 2 or more texts address similar themes or topics in order to build knowledge or to compare the approaches the authors take. And under range of reading and level of text complexity, standard number 10, read and comprehend complex literary and informational texts independently and proficiently. Let's look at the specifically reading literature. So these are the Anchor standards. These are the overall standards which govern reading literature, and reading informational text. Click on literature. And what's great about this is if you click on, let's review standard 4. Interpret words and phrases as they are used in text, including determining technical, connotative, figurative meanings, and analyze how specific word choices shape the meaning or tone. So if you click on first grade, standard 4 is identify words and phrases in stories or poems that suggest feelings or appeal to the senses. So it's about vocabulary. If you go to 5th grade, standard 4 is about vocabulary. Determine the meaning of words and phrases as they are used in a text, including figurative language such as metaphors and similes. Go to grade 7. Standard 4. Determine the meaning of words and phrases as they are used in a text, including figurative and connotative meanings. Analyze the impact of rhymes and other repetitions of sounds. For example, alliteration on specific verse or stanza of a poem or section of a story or drama. Grades 9 through 10. Section 4. Determine the meaning of words and phrases as they are used in the text, including figurative and connotative meanings. Analyze the cumulative impact of specific word choices on meaning and tone. For example, how the language evokes a sense of time and place and how it sets a formal and informal tone. And then grades 11 through 12. Standard 4. Determine the meaning of words and phrases as they are used in the text, including figurative and connotative meanings. Analyze the impact of specific word choices on meaning and tone, including words with simple meanings or language that is particularly fresh, engaging, or beautiful. Include Shakespeare as well as other authors. So you see, under craft and structure, standard 4, whether you're in first grade or kindergarten, all the way through 12th grade, is about vocabulary and word meaning. So it's consistent. We can have a K through 12 conversation on reading standard 4, reading literature, and we'll be talking about the same standard, albeit in first grade or in kindergarten, those skills are appropriate to the grade level, and by the time they are graduating seniors, it is much more complex, but it is the same standard from kindergarten through 12th grade, and it is a unified system of standards K through 12. I like what the Common Core is trying to do in this attempt to have a, I think, cohesive and comprehensive dialogue, no matter what the level of teaching, and that we are all doing the same 10 standards as controlled by the anchored standards. Here, you just click on the appropriate grade level for your own teaching, whatever it is that you're teaching. Okay, here's a good introduction. Thanks.